I'm Brielle Jensen, 28, living in my sleek Manhattan penthouse. I've poured my soul into it. Hardwood floors, a rooftop garden where my succulents bask, and floor-to-ceiling windows that frame the skyline. It's my sanctuary, my hard-won slice of independence. Tonight is my sister Olivia's wedding reception. She's marrying her college sweetheart, and our parents, Karen and Roger, are buzzing with pride. I'm her maid of honor in an emerald chiffon dress that catches every light. But beneath the champagne toasts and laughter, I sense a tension, one brewing long before tonight. Earlier, over rehearsal dinner, my phone pinged, "Call your mother." I stepped away to a quiet corner. She asked about the penthouse. Again. They'd always been the kind of parents who pushed hard, but this was escalating. I steered around it tonight, refusing to digress. At the ceremony, as I stood beside Olivia, I caught Mom's eye. Her look was flat, a warning. The vows flew by in a blur. By the time we filed into the reception hall, I felt brittle, on edge. They rallied us for photos. Suddenly, Dad cornered me. "Let's talk." He tucked me into the grand hall lobby, all high ceilings and flower arrangements. Mom hovered, clutching her shawl. Dad's voice was low but firm. "We need that penthouse." I felt the weight behind those words. I replied, voice steady, "It's mine. I paid for it." Mom's eyes flickered, then hardened. "You owe us," she whispered. Something in her tone cracked my heart. My chest tightened, my mind racing. Owed them? Back in the ballroom, the band's soft melody felt like a pounding heartbeat. I slipped through guests, numb. I found Olivia confiding with her bridesmaids. She hugged me, sensing my unease. Before I could reassure her, I felt a sharp sting. A slap. Stunned, I froze. Around me, conversations hushed into a thick silence. Mom stood before me, eyes blazing hot. "How dare you undermine me at my daughter's wedding?" Her voice shattered the tableau. Guests stared in stunned disbelief. Time slowed. I touched my cheek, fingertips damp. I felt tears sting the corners of my eyes, but I blinked them back. I swallowed hard, voice trembling. "You just slapped me." Mom's breath hitched, fury swirling in her gaze. "You're ungrateful. All I've sacrificed to let you live like this." She gestured wildly at the penthouse skyline visible through pristine windows. Every pair of eyes locked on us. Olivia rushed over, shocked. "Mom. Stop." The band halted. The chatter died. I could hear my heart reverberate across that silent crowd. Mom took a shaky breath, staring at me as if seeing a stranger. Roger drew her aside, whispering fiercely. She turned, tears in her eyes, and stormed out. Olivia steered me away, arm around me, soft whispers in my ear. "It's going to be okay." But I was raw, humiliated, angry, terrified. In the women's powder room, she held me as I cried. My tears weren't just tears. They were glass shards of every past betrayal, every time I'd stood up for myself. The question hammered through my mind. Why now? Why did she choose my moment to strike? The next morning, I retreated to my penthouse. The city below felt alien. I needed answers. I dug into old emails. Messages from Mom pushing me to co-sign loans, rent-free living, gifts. Anything that tethered me to them financially. I'd refused before, so I'd saved every screenshot, every plea. Then I found something, a lurking undertow I hadn't seen. A mysterious wire transfer. 4 months back, $60,000 from my bank to an obscure company. The description? Jens Trust LLC. That was Mom's company. She'd siphoned money from my account while I was sleeping, and I hadn't noticed. A cold rage rose. Betrayal deeper than a slapped cheek. But it explained it all. Their gradual tightening, the demand for the penthouse, the slap. They were in panic mode. My refusal could expose everything. My phone buzzed. Olivia asking if I'm joining brunch. I texted instead. "Can you meet? Pick her up or only." We sat in a small cafe. She handed me a latte, her voice soft. "Tell me what happened." Then I told her everything, each email, transfer, and the slap. She sunk in her seat, cheeks pale. "This is insane." Her voice was firm. "We need to confront them." He squeezed my hand. But carefully. We devised a plan. First, talk to Dad, get him on record, show him the memos. Second, lock down my accounts. Third, a full house meeting. Must be handled at home, where I'd arranged a small recording. Olivia nodded. "Promise me you won't storm in screaming." "Come." The next day, over coffee with Dad at a quiet diner, I gently asked about the transfer. He hesitated. I slid the screenshot across the table. He flinched. I didn't know. He looked torn, grief pooling. I thought it was just helping you. His voice cracked. My voice was level. You didn't ask. He nodded, tears brimming. I'm sorry. Karen was in deep debt. I didn't have the heart to stop her. He promised to fix it, repay me, talk to Mom. That evening the household came together. Olivia, Dad, my boyfriend Marcus, and me. Mom arrived late, shuffling in, clutching her pearls as if wrapping a shield. She eyes me like I'm a traitor. I stood, heart pounding but voice clear. Mom, Dad, I found this. I pushed printouts across the coffee table. Emails, screenshots, bank statements. Mom recoiled, her face paling. It's not what you think, she stammered. I inhaled. It is what it is. You've been taking from me quietly so you can claim the penthouse tonight. You slapped me to intimidate me. You thought I'd break. Mom fell silent. Dad leaned over gently. She's right. Olivia stepped forward. Please, Mom. Why? The floodgates opened. Mom's voice trembled. I was ashamed, humiliated. I lost a lot in the market crash last year. Holly's tuition, the house, all gone. I pretended everything was fine, until I couldn't. The penthouse was the only card left. Her confession cracked something in me. It wasn't an excuse for the slap. It was a lifetime's fear laid bare. I softened instinctively, but not enough to turn back. We can fix this. But not like this. Not taking from me, not overstepping boundaries. I gestured to Dad. Then Dad can help, we can sell something maybe. Mom's shoulders shook with relief and grief. I waited. She looked to Dad. He nodded. She met my gaze. I'm so sorry. I exhaled hard, then whispered, I forgive you, but you have to respect me. As your daughter. I saw understanding spark in her eyes. From that night everything shifted. Dad repaid the funds. Mom sought financial advice, opened up about their fear. They never demanded another thing. Me. I realized forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting but rebuilding trust. With honesty. A month later, Olivia's garage sale. Yes, we had one. Netted enough to replace one of the lost funds. We laughed as Mom haggled over a garden gnome. I caught Mom's eye. She mouthed, thank you. Now I feel the penthouse as a home, not a trophy. Our family isn't perfect, never will be, but this wound brought something stronger. Truth. To anyone reading this, sometimes the sharpest betrayals come from those closest to us. But the same closeness can heal them, with courage, empathy, and a rooftop view to remind you how far you've come.